What if nature's most fundamental rule suddenly reversed? Every peaceful plant eater becomes a bloodthirsty carnivore. Every fierce predator becomes a gentle herbivore. If the lion grazes on grass, the sheep hunts for flesh. This isn't gradual evolution. This happens instantly, everywhere, all at once. For this scenario, let's establish the rules. Every animal's biology adapts to support their new diet. Crocodiles can survive on algae. Polar bears find enough vegetation in the Arctic. The ecosystem doesn't immediately collapse. Animals behave normally, just with completely reverse eating habits. Omnivores stay the same, there's no adjustment period. Nature acts like it's always been this way. The moment this switch happens, the world becomes unrecognizable. Your house cat, once a fierce hunter, now nibbles contentedly on your houseplants. Meanwhile, that cute rabbit in your backyard, it's eyeing the neighborhood birds with newfound hunger. But these are just the small changes. The real horror is about to unfold on a global scale. Let's start with what becomes the new apex predators. In Africa, the wildebeest migration transforms from a peaceful journey into an unstoppable wave of destruction. 1.5 million wildebeest moving as one massive hunting pack. They're fast enough to chase down almost anything, strong enough to overwhelm with sheer numbers. Nothing in their path is safe. Former predators like cheetahs and leopards, now eating grass, flee in terror from the very animals they once hunted. But wildebeest aren't even the scariest new predators in Africa. That honor goes to the hippopotamus. Already responsible for more human deaths than any other large animal in Africa, hippos kill not for food but for territory. Now imagine if they actually wanted to eat you. With a bite force of 1,800 pounds per square inch, jaws that open 4 feet wide, and the ability to run 30 miles per hour in land, carnivorous hippos would be virtually unstoppable. They'd wait in rivers and lakes, not just defending territory but actively hunting anything that comes to drink. Elephants present an even more terrifying prospect. A single bull elephant weighs 6 tons. It can knock down trees with casual ease. Its trunk is strong enough to lift 700 pounds. Now imagine a herd of 30 elephants hunting together, using their legendary intelligence to coordinate attacks. They wouldn't need to be fast. They'd simply walk through cities, demolishing buildings to reach the prey inside. No structure could keep them out. No force could stop them. The horror isn't limited to Africa. In North America, white-tailed deer suddenly become one of the continent's deadliest predators. There are 30 million of them in the United States alone. They're in every state, every suburb, every park. They can jump 8 feet high and run 30 miles per hour. Overnight, every morning jog becomes a potential death sentence. Every backyard becomes a hunting ground. But perhaps nothing compares to the nightmare of carnivorous insects. A locust swarm can contain billions of individuals, covering hundreds of square miles. Currently, they devastate crops. As carnivores, they'd strip the flesh from every living thing in their path. You couldn't outrun them. You couldn't hide from them. They'd pour through any crack, any opening, consuming everything. Meanwhile, what happens to the former carnivores? Tigers, weighing 500 pounds, need massive amounts of vegetation to sustain themselves. They'd spend 20 hours a day eating, barely able to maintain their body weight. Wolves, built for the chase, would struggle to digest tough plant matter. Their pack hunting strategies, evolved over millions of years, become useless when hunting grass. Great white sharks face an even worse fate. Their entire body is designed for hunting. Rows of razor teeth meant for tearing flesh are useless against kelp. They likely starve within weeks, unable to extract enough nutrients from any available plant matter in the ocean. The ocean's apex predator reduced to desperately gnawing on seaweed. The domestic world transforms into a battlefield. Farms become death traps. Imagine entering a barn to find hundreds of cows, each weighing 1,500 pounds, looking at you not with docile eyes but with predatory focus. These animals we bred for size and meat production over thousands of years are now perfectly designed killing machines. They're everywhere, on every continent except Antarctica. There are 1 billion cattle in the world. Horses present their own unique terror. We bred them for speed and endurance. A thoroughbred can run 40 miles per hour. With their powerful jaws and hooved feet capable of delivering 2,000 pounds of force per kick, a pack of hunting horses would be like facing cavalry that wants to eat you. The romantic image of wild horses running free becomes a vision of pure nightmare. In cities, the danger comes from unexpected places. Squirrels are in every park, every tree, on every power line. They're agile, clever, and can squeeze through impossibly small spaces. Now they hunt in coordinated groups using their climbing abilities to attack from above. Pigeons, once harmless urban pests, form massive flocks that darken the sky before descending on their prey. The ecological consequences cascade beyond individual predators. Carnivores require 10 times more land to support them than herbivores. With billions of former herbivores now needing meat, the demand for prey becomes catastrophic. Within weeks, cannibalism would become common as the new carnivores turn on each other for survival. Plants, freed from the constant pressure of herbivore consumption, would explode in growth. Cities would be overgrown within months. Forests would become impenetrable. The former carnivores, now herbivores, couldn't possibly consume enough to keep plant growth in check. The green world would reclaim everything. But here's the truly disturbing part. Many herbivores are already social, already organized, already intelligent. Elephants have complex social structures and long memories. They hold funerals for their dead. As carnivores, they'd remember every slight, every threat. They'd plan, they'd coordinate, they'd seek revenge. Primates become particularly terrifying. Gorillas, with their intelligence and opposable thumbs, wouldn't just hunt. They'd use tools. They'd set traps. A silverback gorilla can lift 2,000 pounds. Its bite force is 1,300 pounds per square inch. Now imagine a troop of them working together, using their intelligence not for foraging fruit, but for hunting prey. In the oceans, blue whales become the ultimate predator. At 100 feet long and 200 tons, nothing in the ocean could challenge them. They'd swallow entire schools of former predator fish whole. Great whites, now herbivores, would be nothing more than a snack. The speed of collapse would be breathtaking. Within 24 hours, most major cities would be overrun. Within a week, human civilization would effectively end. We built our entire world around the assumption that cows don't eat people, that sheep don't hunt in packs, that the deer in the headlights is scared of us, not sizing us up as prey. Some species would thrive in this new world. Rats and mice, already omnivores, would remain unchanged. They'd feast on the chaos, adapting as they always have. Cockroaches too would survive, as they always do. But for most of Earth's creatures, this reversal would mean extinction. The former carnivores, despite becoming herbivores, wouldn't become peaceful. A lion might eat grass, but it still has claws, teeth, and the instinct to defend itself. The world wouldn't become more peaceful, just differently violent. Survival would still drive conflict. Resources would still be contested. Territories would still be defended. In this reverse world, humanity's greatest advantage, our intelligence and tool use, might not be enough. We're outnumbered by the very animals we've domesticated and lived alongside for millennia. Every farm animal, every pet, every urban wildlife species we've grown comfortable around would become a potential threat. The world would be unrecognizable within a year. Former grasslands, stripped bare by overgrazing from obligate carnivores turned herbivore, would become deserts. Former forests, no longer browsed by deer and elephants, would become so dense that nothing could move through them. The careful balance that took millions of years to establish would shatter in an instant. So what if every herbivore became a carnivore and every carnivore became a herbivore? The answer is simple and terrifying. The world as we know it would end, not through slow climate change or gradual evolution, but through immediate total ecological collapse. The meek wouldn't inherit the earth, they'd devour it.